Hi everyone. I hope you are all well. My name is Kwanele. I welcome you all to my YouTube channel. Okay, today students, I will be explaining or I will be breaking down asset disposal. So I know that it's a big problem to a number of students. So allow me to explain asset disposal. So this is an introduction. I'll break it down from the start until to the end. All right. First of all, what are asset disposal? What is to dispose? What do they mean when they talk about disposal? So to dispose is to get rid of, So to dispose is to get rid of. To dispose. To dispose is to get rid of, or shortly, you can say to dispose is to sell. So asset disposal, we deal with selling. We sell the assets. So that is asset disposal. We sell the assets. Asset disposal. Asset selling. You understand? So that is all about asset. So what do you need to know? The major thing that you need to know in asset disposal, first of all, is depreciation. So first of all that you need to know, you need to understand depreciation. I will not give you a definition for depreciation, but I will make you understand what is a depreciation. What is it? So a depreciation is when the value drops. You know, when the value of an asset drops, or when it loses value. Let's say we are buying a car. Let's say we are buying this car. Normal, we bought this car 2020. So we bought this car 2020. Let's say 1 January. We bought this car 2021 January. So this car depreciated. So let's say we had this car for the whole year of 2020. So it depreciated from 1 January 2020 until 31 December 2020. So this vehicle depreciated from 1 January 2020 until 31 December 2020. Let's say even in let's say we had this vehicle from 2020 to 2023 May, let's say. So you have this vehicle from 2020 until 2021 January until 31 December. So in the next year, which is 2021, you had this car from 1 January 2021 to 31 December 2021. So for the whole year, let's say even in 2022, we still have the car. So from 1 January 2022 until 31 December 2022. You understand? So then lastly, we had the vehicle, let's say 2023, this year. So we are currently in 2023. So we had this vehicle from 2021 January 2023 until, let's say, until 31 May 2023. So we bought this car 2020, remember, until, let's say, we sold this car 31 May, until we sold this car this year 31 May. You understand? So it depreciated from the first year. So it depreciated from that year, and it depreciated for the following year. It depreciated for the third year, and it also depreciated for this current year. You understand? So that is depreciation. So that is the first thing you need to understand. Where the value drops down, that is depreciation. Second of all, we have accumulated depreciation. So we have accumulated depreciation. So I will not give you a definition for accumulated depreciation, but I will make you understand what are we dealing with accumulated depreciation. So we understand that this year is 2023, right? So I will divide this now. I will divide this. So an accumulated depreciation is when we add all the previous depreciations. So except the current depreciation. So we are adding all the previous depreciations. They will give us what? An accumulated depreciation. Okay, let's make it practical. Remember, we bought this car 2020. Let's say the depreciation was 7,000. And again, we had the car 20 from 1 January 2021 until 31 December 2021. So it depreciated 7,000, for example. Again, in the following year, it depreciated 7,000 again. So the depreciation of this year, okay, let me say, the previous, if you add this 7,000, this 7,000, this 7,000, this one, they should give you what? An accumulated depreciation. So the current one is a what? It's a depreciation. Or maybe let's say it's 3,000. So this one, let's say is 3,000. So what is accumulated depreciation? Depreciation, you add the previous depreciations, they give you what? Accumulated depreciation. But the depreciation of this year is not an accumulated depreciation, but it is what? It is a depreciation. Let me explain it again and again. Accumulated depreciation are the previous depreciations. They are accumulated depreciation. You add them. 7,000 plus 7,000 plus 7,000, they give you accumulated depreciation. But the current depreciation is not an accumulated depreciation. It is a depreciation. I hope you all understand now to differentiate between depreciation and accumulated depreciation. So this is our depreciation. The previous depreciations are our accumulated depreciation. So that's the first thing you need to know with accumulated depreciation. So that is all that you need to know with depreciation and accumulated depreciation. So the terms that are used in accumulated depreciation. So the terms that are used in asset disposal. Sorry. So the terms we have. Let me explain. This term with some what is this called? A trade-in. Trade-in. So you need to understand what is trade-in. So you will need to understand what is trade-in. To trade in simplest way ways is to exchange. How do you exchange? Let's say we bought this car 2020. Our current year is 2023, right? So we bought this car 2020. Now we are in 2023. So then now, let's say this car was costed us 300,000. Let's say the car that the previous car is costed us 300,000. Let's say. It costed us 300,000. And then now we want to buy a new car. Okay, this is the original cost. 2020 original cost of this vehicle that we purchased in 2020. So it costed us 300,000. So to trade in, let's say now we want another car 2023. We want another car which maybe it cost 350,000, for example. It cost 350. It cost 350,000, for example. So we bought this car 300,000 2020, but it doesn't mean, you see, even this year it will still cost that 300,000, because why? It depreciates. So maybe this year, let's say it worth 150,000. It's worth 150,000. Remember, this is the car that you want to sell or want to trade in. I'll write sold here. The car that we want to trade in, it cost 150,000. The car that we want it cost, I would say the new, it cost 350,000. I'm trying to explain to you what is to trade in. So this one it cost 350,000. So uma sifika lapha ku car dealership, we tell them it's okay, we want a new car, and the new car it costs 350,000. So we are selling that the old car. So and the old car now it worth 150,000. So they will give us this 150,000 cash, and then we will no longer pay 350,000 for the new car, but we will pay 200,000. 350 minus 150, we will pay 200,000 for the new car. So that is to trade in, to exchange. We sold the car that we bought 2020, so we sold it to buy the new car. So to trade in is more like to exchange. You are selling the current car and then you buy another car. So that is to trade in. So I hope you understand. Let's meet in the next video. Before we meet in the next video, please let me give you the formulas for depreciation. We have two methods. The first method is a straight line. The straight line method. We have a straight line method whereby we have two formulas under straight line method. The first formula says cost multiplied by your percentage multiplied by n over 12. So multiply by your period. So what do you write to n? The number of months we had this vehicle, this asset. Number of months esibenayo le asset. So this n, maybe let's say this year we had this vehicle from 1 January to May. So then you will count, we had this vehicle from January, February, March, April, May. Then it's 5 months. So which means go n, you will write 5 months. So the second formula for the straight line, it says cost divided by useful life. So the useful life is in years. The cost is the original cost of the vehicle. The useful life, maybe they will tell us in the statement that it is estimated, no matter the useful life of this asset is estimated to be 5 years. So then you write 5 years. You will take the cost, the original cost of the vehicle, you divide by 5 years. Then lastly, we have another method which is called diminishing method, diminishing method, or sometimes they call it a reducing balance. Diminishing or a reducing balance method. So what is the formula for diminishing or reducing balance method? It says cost minus accumulated depreciation multiply by your percentage, they will give you in the statement, multiply by the period is n over 12. So this is all you need to know. So it's cost minus accumulated depreciation multiplied by your percentage times the period. I've already explained what you write to n. N is the number of months we had this vehicle. Thank you. Let's meet on another video.